Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gloria and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today I wanted to go through some of my favorite plants for the month of December. I have 5 plants here that I wanted to show you guys. Some are aroids, some are Hoyas, one's an orchid, the usual, because those are kind of the 3 types of plants I really enjoy. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so first off, I'll show you guys my Hoyas, because this one I kind of forgot about because it was in the back of my shelf for a while, but I recently saw that it's rooting really well and roots are starting to peek out on the side of the container, so wanted to kind of highlight it for this month. This is my Hoya globulosa, which you can see is so beautiful. It has wonderful veining. So this is a 2-leaf plant. And it has the fuzzy backs, which is really hard to show on camera, but oh my god, if you guys can feel the texture of these leaves, they're actually amazing. If you like fuzzy plants, you'll definitely need one of these, which is the globulosa. It also has another name. I think it's the type of villosa Hoya, cow dang, something like that. It's a little bit hard to pronounce, but if you want either of those, they're the same plant, so try not to get both of them because then you'll have 2 of the same plant. I mean, I digress, but this is a really nice Hoya and I really like it. Let me show you guys the roots that I was referring to. So there's this one root right here that's starting to stick out, and if you look like really closely, you can see like some roots entangled in the leca as well. It's a little bit hard to see because there's this ugly label on this reused jar, container, whatever you want to call it. And I don't want to rip it off because then I have to like clean the like sticky glue part that's behind the label, and nobody has time for that. So we'll just ignore the label and just focus on the beautiful plant. Next up is my Hoya elliptica, which is the turtle shell Hoya, and it's so cute. So all of the pieces have rooted and it's starting to push out new growth. This is what you call a turtle shell Hoya because of the veination and how it resembles a turtle. So if you take a look at that, this one has like some nice splashing on it along with the veining. The leaves are a little bit thinner, so they're not thick like carnosa leaves or like carrii leaves, but these are more kind of like australisa leaves. If you're into kind of cool patterned Hoyas, I would say definitely get an elliptica. I got this as a trade from my friend, from 2 friends actually. And there's 2 different types of elliptica here, but they look kind of similar. The only difference is I think the leaf feels a little bit thicker. So they both look very similar, and it's really hard to tell on camera how one leaf looks thicker than the other. Let's move on to my orchid. So this is my baby, and it's my LUDISIA DISCOLOR. I really like this one because it has so many stems in this pot. It's such a bushy plant. I think that's one of the main reasons why I like it, to be honest. And it's just so full and luscious and just amazing. I got this also through a trade with my friends, I think a few months ago. So in that time, it decided to actually flower. So I was waiting for this to open for so long, and it finally did. Obviously the flowers are not super like, I don't know, extravagant, showy. They're just like normal white flowers with a little bit of a yellow center. I really just wanted to make it flower for me just because, I don't know, look at that. It's so cute. It's really tall, this like flower. It's like huge. Once it fully opens, I'll see how long it lasts. And I'll probably eventually cut it so that new leaves can come out, because it takes quite a lot of energy for the LUDISIA DISCOLOR to flower. And it won't focus its energy on making leaves, which generally people collect jewel orchids for its foliage, and obviously this is the reason why. They're velvety, they're soft, they're striking. I just love it so much. Let's go through this little guy. So this is my Philodendron El Choco Red. If you guys remember, I got this in my recent import, I think a few months ago, and since then it's honestly not rooted. But it's for some reason pushing out a leaf. I know El Choco Reds take forever to root, and you just have to be patient as long as it's not dying on you. One of the lower leaves did fall off, but with this new leaf coming out, I'm really excited. It still has this leaf, which is damaged, but honestly, still pretty stinking cute. The other leaf is not as good looking, I guess, but this new leaf, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how that's gonna look. And yeah, I keep this pretty much just under like a little dome. It's honestly a takeout container, but just to keep the humidity really high because it's so dry in the winter in Canada, which is where I live. Okay, last but not least, I want to show you guys my MELANOCHRYSUM. This is definitely one of my favorites for the month of December because I only recently transferred this to LECA and I was so scared. I have my other one growing in soil and it was just not doing so great. New leaves were just not coming out properly. They were skipping nodes and it was just like throwing out runners. I didn't like it. And this one was originally grown in moss, and I kept it in moss for quite some time where the roots were so extensive and tangled. It was so like just not fun untangling those roots to get it into LECA, but since I finally did, this is how it's looking like. Now the moss pole is self-watering and it's really happy, thriving in the LECA. It's grown even more roots, and that is its newest leaf with kind of another leaf peeking out. Let me see, right there. So hopefully each new leaf is bigger than the last because it kind of does look like it. Like if you look down, the leaves are quite smaller. Like look at that, that's a really tiny leaf. And same with this one. But yeah, it's just slowly getting kind of darker leaves too. So I know it's kind of getting more mature. It is still a fairly small plant, if you can see, compared to my head, but otherwise I think it's still really great plant. It's a lot more affordable, obviously, to get a juvenile MELANOCHRYSUM versus a nice big mature one. If you can import that, then great, but I bought this locally. They probably grew it from, I don't even know, like small little propagations. That's why it's so small. Yeah, that pretty much concludes the 5 plants that I wanted to show you guys for the month of December. I hope you guys really enjoyed watching, and comment down below what your favorite plant is for this month. I know in the winter season people do tend to slow down with their plant buying, but it's really important to appreciate the plants that you already have. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.